family of the legend Charles Kojo, popularly known as Daddy Lumba, are currently demanding an investigation into his death because according to them, certain things doesn't add up, especially from the side of his, second wife or mistress. Because as it stands now, I know most of you have heard one or two something about Odobroni known as Priscilla or Priscilla known as Odobroni. I'm sure most of you have heard that she's not a wife, she's just a concubine, she's a mistress, and that she only came in to take care of Daddy Lumba and then ended up having an affair and kids with him. Now, you and I don't know the real truth because, as they say, the dead don't talk. So we don't know the real truth, and Priscilla has never come out, or Odobroni has never come out to say certain things and to tell the public that I am a legally wedded wife or anything. Because let me take you back to the story, because according to his first wife, Akosua Serwaa, that we all know, he, Daddy Lumba, is married to her and has signed in court ordinance marriage in Germany. And that even if he wanted to divorce her locally or traditionally, it wouldn't work, even because they've signed in court. And if the law has not come in to separate them, then they are still legally married. Yes, we got to know this after that Lumba passed away, that he was still legally married to Akosua Serwaa in Germany. As it stands now, he's a German citizen, and he had to go, and if he was alive, he had to go to Germany and then, end his marriage with Akosua Serwaa. But it didn't happen before his death, and he was living here with Odobroni and stuff. So there's a whole lot of mess surrounding Daddy Lumba's sudden death. And now, according to the family, according to Akosua Serwaa and Daddy Lumba's elder sister, I don't know whether elder or younger, I've forgotten, her name is Faustina Ernestina Fosu, and according to them, certain things don't add up. Now, let me tell you, they are giving 3 reasons why these things do not add up. Now, according to them, a friend of Daddy Lumba claims that on the day that Daddy Lumba sadly passed away, he called him. He called him to come to his house. Now, when this said friend went to the house and he was prevented from seeing Daddy Lumba. He was prevented from seeing him for like 2 hours. He sat there waiting to see Daddy Lumba for 2 hours because the man had called him to come, but he never got to see him. So he asked for permission to leave, and on his way going, that was when he had the call that Daddy Lumba has sadly passed on. Now, the second reason is that, according to them, allegedly, Priscilla, we don't know who Priscilla O is. If you are looking at the letter, they've written Priscilla O, but we are all assuming that is Odobroni, that is the English name. Now, according to them, Priscilla claims that Lumba died at home. Now, she has given 3 accounts on what happened. According to them, they claim that Priscilla told them that Lumba died at home. Secondly, she claims that she took Lumba to the hospital. Now, he's a diabetic patient. She took him to the hospital, and that he was later, is it Sunshine Hospital or something? Then he was later transferred to the Bank Hospital, where he was given an injection that made him that complicated things and then leading to his death. Now, his third one is that her third info that she gave was that Lumba sadly died at home, and then she, Priscilla O, bathed him, and then later called a friend who goes by the name Serwaa A. Now, this Serwaa A, we are all assuming is Serwaa Ami here, allegedly. Before she got into contact with Serwaa A to help her with everything that was going on. Now, according to the family, they don't understand. Why would Priscilla give 3 different statements as to what led to the death of Daddy Lumba? And why was that friend prevented from seeing Daddy Lumba, even though the man had called him to come home himself, to come and see him? So according to the family, they don't understand. Now, they're involving Ghana police, not just the police, German, those who do this autopsy and stuff, investigation into the death to know the cause of his death and stuff, because according to them, they don't believe it's a natural death, even though that Lumba has been ill for some time now. And some of his interviews, he keeps saying that he's ill and he knows that, he's living on borrowed time and a whole lot of that. And even according to some information that came out, so the reason why Odobroni got into his life was because that Lumba was sick. Now, as it stands now, you and I know that there's currently an ongoing battle in court whereby they want to put an injunction on the funeral of that Lumba, because according to them, they don't know who the widow or widower is. Is it widow or widower? I've forgotten. Sorry if I'm mistaken. They don't know who she is, because some are saying it's Odobroni who wants to perform in Akan. They call it Kuna. Now, some of them don't know if it's Odobroni who wants to perform the Kuna or it's Akosua Serwaa. It seems Akosua Serwaa is giving them a run for their money. She doesn't want Odobroni to do the Kuna because according to her, she and Daddy Lumba are legally married in the States. It's a really sad one that almost after the sudden death of Daddy Lumba, he's a legend. I'm not going to lie, he's a legend. Look at all these, like, tarnishing his image and stuff, because at this time, a lot of people are going to remember Daddy Lumba for being this and that. I hope you get to know some of the things that he did, especially some of the things Efia Schwarzenegger has been saying about him. That he allegedly, maltreated Akosua Serwaa when he was alive. Like, it's a whole lot which have tarnished his legacy. Even though she thought she was doing it to support Odobroni, but almost she has really tarnished the image of Daddy Lumba, because a lot of people on social media now say, okay, this man was one of the respected people in society. Now look at what he was doing behind closed doors. And it's really sad because most of his songs are encouraging the youth to be better, but it seems that he wasn't better himself.